is because of what? The cause is low price information and low weather information. Okay? So you have identified the problem or effect. So the cause, you can see that because of what? Low price. Of course, economic necessity of fishermen may be one of the causes, but we don't take that because it's not relevant to them. So the problem of access to accurate information is a major one. So problem category 1, and then you have different type of category. Classify similar things, and then group them together so that you can have an easier way to, and divide the whole into its part. That means you climate health, bring insight, some key insight from the fisherman village problem. Okay, let's skip that. It's similar that in a pyramid thinking logic. Okay, you have a hypothesis here, and you have different issues, and then you have sub-issues here. So you just try to branch out something. It's a quite common problem-solving approach. Okay, when you have identified something, you branch out the things. Okay? In McKinsey consulting, they are also using similar things as a problem-solving approach. We have the training from McKinsey before. They use similar things, but they use a horizontal branching of things. It doesn't matter either from top to down or from left to right. It's the same solving approach that every time you encounter one thing, you spin up how to do it. For example, if you target on how to expand the revenue, okay, for a business problem, how to expand the revenue. With that revenue, you can branch out of what? How to expand that revenue. You may increase the product line, okay, increase services, or diversify your portfolio, okay, and then how to cut costs. How to cut the cost? You may downsizing some department. You may reduce using the electricity energy. Okay, you may cut off some of the branches and then use internet banking so that you can save a lot of rental expenses. Okay, so you can jump up with a lot of solution or suggestion or ideas for that. Okay, one of the issues and then branch out, and then each issue you can branch out another sub-level. So that's a kind of a problem-solving approach that we usually use in our daily life. Okay, let's get that. This one worth for a talk. It's about the fishing village experience. Okay, they lack information. The blue one, the arrow one. They lack information access to relevant and accurate information. And so, in choosing where to begin making the hypothesis about the root cause, we can try to find some causes that if the cause we move, we are sufficient to solve the problem. Okay, so you think in a different way that you are not suggesting a new solution. You are trying to remove the cause of the problem. Okay? Remove the cause of the problem, then you will find a solution. Understand? Okay. So the cause of the problem is they don't have the information for weather, and they don't have price information. So how do we remove that cause? By providing that to them, providing information to them. So we don't have time to go through everyone. So I hope you can take a look on the slides. So it's quite small in font. So, after we frame the problem and identify the problem logic, okay, then you go into the planning stage. The planning stage, now we go into the next bunch of handouts, okay. The writing business summary. The social enterprise planning process will involve understand how you need to understand how your social enterprise is, and also choose the type and develop the social impact or the social concept. Okay. Now we will not talk about 4 and 5. Is to develop the plan and also the feedback and adjustment. That will involve a quite long time. If you are selected in the semi-final, we will have another session of how to write a business plan. Then we have more detail on how to elaborate your plan. But now, today, we will try to recall the concept of social enterprise and also how to develop a proper theory of change that you can state in your business summary. Now remember that when you submit the summary, okay, it's just a 5-page document. 5-page document, you cannot talk too much. Okay? So the basic elements inside the summary is what I find is you need to identify what the problem is and how you can change that and how you make a change with the theory. Okay? And then you can come up with another description on your management, on your people, on how your financial analysis, and also how the market, how big is it. Okay. But actually, the most important part is the social impact that you can create. Previously, we talked about problem is the change of existing situation into a goal situation or ideal situation. So social enterprise process is also a kind of want to make some change to achieve the mission. So the mission is the goal situation. So throughout the social enterprise process, we said we need to ingest some inputs. Inputs may be time or resources, anything, people, money inside the inputs, and then we conduct some activity and then to provide some outputs. Outputs will become an impact or become an outcome, and then that we can achieve the goals and then to satisfy the mission. So it's like the upper bottom line message here it is from the showcase the business model. They have an input of labor, investment, and then they have a process of providing or manufacturing the product, and then the output is they obtain the profit, okay, from selling their yak fiber, okay, into some cashmere, fashion, woolen garments, okay, and then this output will become another input, okay, for social element. The profit itself from the business output can become the social input for generating income and then for the community reinvestment. And throughout the process of some community development program, then the social community can increase in both education, technology, knowledge, skills of manufacturing, and then they will increase more productive asset. Productive asset means maybe education is also one of the productive assets, but also skills, know-how, and new technologies are. So the impact is that they bring in sustainable economic development and try to scale up the individual family production into the institutional capacity, and also build up more human capital inside the village.